Hi everyone, welcome to the tutorial about preparing data for 3D printing. For those of you who are not familiar with VolViCon, it is an advanced application for three-dimensional visualization and image analysis. It provides you a set of tools so that you can analyze three-dimensional surface and volumetric models. So I'll begin from the short introduction of VolViCon and describes the interface a little bit, and then I will load the data. I will use some markup landmarks because we are gonna uh, segment this bone, so I will use this markup as a seed points. I will perform segmentation of this bone, reconstruction of surface model out of this volumetric model, and then I will actually save the whole project, volume, surface and seed points as a project, and then we can reload it again for later use. So I will save the 3D printed ready model in the end. So let's get started. So in the last tutorial we have worked on this engine. We have segmented some parts out of it, and then we saved as a project, and then we can reload it again. So let's just close it. So let's import our data. Let's change brightness and contrast. Let me make a copy of it. Let's crop it. By hold down shift key and hover on image, you can see the shape slices in other views. So this helps to know which area you want to consider. You see the window and the level is changing while I move the left mouse button. So in this case you can just disable it. You can also see in three-dimensional. Let's crop it. So now this is our cropped area. So I hold down shift key and looking at the other slices at this position. So now because we want to segment this bone, we need some seed points. So we have this segmentation tool. This is region growing algorithm based on confidence connected and confidence threshold. So we are going to use confidence connected. So let me add some landmarks, seed points. Let me change the size because it looks bigger. You need couple of seed points. On different locations. So when I interact with the seed points, you see that the other slice's position is also changed. So you can disable it from here, or you can disable interaction from here. So but I wanna change it now, so just let it be. So we have 7 seeds, and I think that's enough. Let's create one more. Let's save as a project because we don't wanna lose this information if something wrong happen. Okay, so you can also see in three-dimensional these seed points where we have drawn the seed points. So one way is to create surface model, 3D printed model out of this part, just using thresholding, and you create this surface model out of this model. So by thresholding, you see we can actually see which part we want to consider, but in this case the problem is we are not sure and we cannot click from internal part. So let's experiment with it. So we have this internal surface, and let's try to clean it if we can clean it. Remove inside, and let's see. Yeah, so that means this is a complete single region. We cannot, yeah, we can just clean these parts, but we cannot actually clean inside. So that's a problem with the threshold segmentation. So I'm just gonna delete this, and we are gonna perform region growing segmentation. So let's go to here and adjust some parameters. So these parameters looks okay to me. Press apply. Okay, you see we have this segmented bone part using these parameters. So because you see this voxel, so just use the low pass filter to remove these high intensity frequencies. Okay, now you see it looks better. So now we can create our surface model out of this. So you see now thresholding works perfect. Okay, so which surface do we want? We just moved one seed point because we didn't disable this interaction, so need to disable this interaction while we work with these meshes. Okay, let's extract it. We have extracted it, and now we need to remove this internal parts. We can clean this, remove inside, and now see we have this cleaned part. You can see the triangles. If we need to decimate it, we can decimate it. Just make it 5% so that we do not lose any features, and it could be 95%. Apply. So see, we don't lose any feature, but number of triangles are very less. We can undo it and apply it again. So you can see we have cropped this part and we have segmented this bone out of it. Now we can just save a project in existing, and then we can export this mesh model. One thing to mention here that if we have this item in the slice view, if you want to activate the original model, so you just have to set active on to slice views. So now this model is active, and all operations you perform on volumetric module will be on this volume. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, and I look forward to your feedback. Please let me know.